welcome back to the Football Lookout. Hello, hello. I am your host today, Rayan, and we're gonna be having some fun today, guys. We got Europa League fixtures to talk about. We got Champions League fixtures to talk about, and we've got the second section of our transfer episode. And here with me, I have Basil,
Hey, how's it going?
and we have Saif,
Hello.
and we got my guy Masteroshi, aka Ibi.
Hey, what's up? Tottenham must die.
Damn,
Fuck
okay.
you, guy.
That's very aggressive.
So I like to start things off.
And we have the homie Imran.
Yo, what's going on?
And the first time in the Football Lookout history, we do have a special guest. Adam, why don't you introduce yourself, bro?
Hey guys, excited to be here. It's an honor to be the first guest. I am the Real Madrid fan, and let's get this started.
Oh man, we are happy to have you, bro. We are happy to have you. Let's get right into it, man. Let's get into these Europa League fixtures. What do y'all think about the competition overall so far?
It's been a good competition. It's been the usual suspects have, gone through. I didn't expect Sevilla to knock out Man United, but here we are.
Oh
but
man.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be a good final as well.
Yeah, so the Sevilla finals right now is Sevilla Inter Milan, and honestly, we got two big teams in it, so it should be good. But let's just go through the quarterfinals fixtures right now. So we had Sevilla beat Wolves 1-0, which I'll be honest,
That was right.
a lot of us.
That was right.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think 1-0
Oh.
flatters Wolves.
It really does. We did watch that game together, and I could say, man, that was not a good game to watch.
Especially if you're a Wolves fan.
Yeah, like if you had watched the previous game before as well, like Wolves kind of just edged through. Same, even like they were never gonna end up dominating Sevilla like they do on the ball. So I don't know, man.
It's weird, man. I think since the restart, they haven't been the same. Wolves. They haven't looked.
Yeah,
like the same
unfortunately.
Yeah,
And, let's
They had a
ahead,
couple
Basil.
good games. I was just gonna say they had a couple good games, but I think we talked about this in our first episode back. We said like how certain teams like Wolves and Sheffield, how they might fall off in the Premier League a little bit because their squads aren't as deep as the other bigger teams in the Premier League, and I think we've seen the same thing here now in the Europa League. Just Wolves sort of struggling to, with all the fixtures that they had since Project Restart started, and then just not really having as many options off the bench to really influence the game.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I agree.
Yeah.
So let's go on to the second fixture of one of the greatest goalkeeping performances I've seen in a minute. Manchester United beat Copenhagen 1-0, which honestly should have been about 10 to 12-0. I don't know what this keeper was on, man. He must have been on crack or something, but this guy had 17 saves. Oh, no, 13 saves, my bad. 13 saves.
That's nice.
Danish Secretary of Defense.
That game was frustrating to watch as a United fan, man. Just chance after chance, just none of them going in. But hey, it's a win. It was a win, so I guess I was happy with the result, even though it
Wait,
could have been
who
better.
scored in that match? Who scored the winner for United in that match?
I think it was Bruno. Yeah, I think it was Bruno. The
another penalty.
Oh,
Penalty.
United.
Manchester United.
Manchester United.
Don't be this guy, man.
Bro,
You can call us
wait.
Manchester United.
Who was it that dived into the box like a fish?
I think that was Bruno as well.
I think you're talking about another game because that definitely wasn't United.
Martial.
Was it
Was it
Martial?
It was Martial.
The fake Henry.
Yeah, it was martial arts.
Whoa,
Damn.
chill. He's the next Henry. Let's get
Bro,
that
you've been
straight.
saying that for 5 years, man. When is he coming?
Hey, he's killed us this season, bro. Have you not been watching him?
So just the season?
He's been a fiend, man. Just wait on it. Even next season, just wait on it. His numbers speak for themselves this season.
Yo, I've seen hella United fans on social media trying to say that Martial's better than Harry Kane.
Yo, you
That
said
is
what?
You are
objectively
wild,
wrong.
man.
Yep.
As much
Yo,
as I hate
those guys
Tottenham,
are some fiends. Absolute fiends.
as much as I hate Tottenham, that is objectively wrong.
Hey, but you know what, that Basil? Okay, I'll tell you this. I've seen probably the same amount of people saying Kane is better than Lewandowski.
No, he's not.
He isn't.
And it's just not
But that's
true.
neg-
It's just not
That
true.
could possibly
No,
be
it's not
true
true.
in the future. That's something you can entertain. You can't entertain Martial being better than Kane right now.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
because
that's disrespectful.
Kane is still young. Like he's just about to enter his prime,
Mm-hmm.
and then Lewandowski's in the final years of his prime. So it's really hard to compare those two. They're like two separate generations almost.
Yeah, Basso, you gotta control your fans, bro.
He's one of our own, man. What can I say?
Oh man, one of Arsenal's own, absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go on. So Inter beat Bayer Leverkusen 2-1, and I believe that was the last time. Well, there's a good chance that's the last time we'll see Havertz in a Leverkusen jersey.
I don't think
So-
so.
Really?
I have a feeling he's staying, but we'll get into that. Later.
Oh man, yeah. I personally did not really watch that game, so for the ones that did, do you guys have any insight on that?
Yeah, it started off like heavy. Like all 3 goals came in the first half, quite early on in the half, and then it just kind of mellowed down a little bit.
Yeah,
I saw
Leverkusen
the
put up a
Lukaku
fight.
go. Oh, say it. Go again. Go ahead.
I was
Basso.
just gonna say, Leverkusen put up a decent fight. Like it sort of went back and forth for some parts of the game, but then, like Imran said, it sort of mellowed out at times as well. But yeah, I mean, Inter just have so many good players to bring on and off the pitch, so they were always the better team, I think, overall.
Yeah, they've got a pretty good squad, back to front, and that man Lukaku
Yeah.
is he's just a force of nature, man. The dude's a monster.
He's been freed up since he
Oh,
left United.
man.
Bro, don't even get me started, man. Ollie was gonna play this guy on the wing. God, good lord.
Ooh,
You-
big
Like, you know how refreshing it is, though, to see like the 2-striker system come back again, though.
Yeah,
It's really nice.
I like it.
I really
I
like
like it
that.
a lot.
I'm a big fan of the old 4-4-2.
Same.
I really am.
I'm a big fan of you.
God damn.
Oh, wait.
God damn.
So it's just that it's
but
that type of
anyway,
podcast.
Any. This is the energy we bring, man. This is just the energy we bring.
No, I love it. I love it.
Damn.
That's what she
Oh,
said.
man.
I remember watching that game with Tariq, and it was basically like we especially the second half. It was just like Leverkusen would attack, but they would never get like an attack inside the box. You know what I mean? Like they would never really get that many shots off in the box. So it was always like, oh, Leverkusen could score, but it always looked like Inter had the game relatively under control.
Man, that's just Conte for you, man. That's just Conte for you. We'll see if that man's at Inter.
He's a
by
brilliant
next season.
manager.
What was the final game then? It was the Shakhtar game, wasn't it?
Yes, the Shakhtar game. Basil, bro, you're gonna have to speak for this one because you lost.
Bro, that's
to
not me.
Shakhtar 4-1, bro.
Taking L's.
No.
So you got some explaining to do, bro.
What happened, Basil, man? How you gonna lose?
You bottled it, bro. You bottled it.
Hey, I mean, the fact that a Swiss team got that far is good for them, man.
It's good for
Yeah,
y'all.
it's good for you. Good for you.
It's good for you, Basil.
That's not how you say my name, dog.
It's okay. I mean, like even your birth date is on the team name, bro.
What, 18 something?
With your old ass.
He's an old man. Old man.
Old Man Basil. That sounds like a name of a good comic book. Old Man Basil.
You know what? I would read that. I would
I would
definitely
too.
read that. But not this chapter though. This was a disappointing chapter in there, in that book. But let's move on to the semifinals now. I'll be honest. I don't want to talk about these. So that's all you guys.
I wonder why. Fucking Man United.
So free reign for you guys. Take over, please. I don't even want to speak on this.
Man United is shit. Ole is shit. You only have good players, and that's about it. Oh, that
All right.
rhymes.
So, anyways, I'll just take back the reign
Imran
now.
has got buzz.
those were
Yeah,
like
that was nice.
unprepared. He just came out. Ron just said you have the reins, and I was like, all right, cool. Let me just run with it.
You know what? I already regret it, so I'm gonna take back. I'm gonna take back
No,
control here.
Thing United
Yo.
had some decent chances, man, but Martial is not Henri, and that's why you couldn't score.
That is.
That's facts. That's facts.
United even got a penalty and still lost. That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes, man. It'd be like that sometimes. But you know,
United.
it's funny how y'all just say that all we do is get penalties, man, but we just get fouled in the box.
'Cause you
That's
do.
what happens. So I don't know what y'all are complaining
We
about.
go down easy
yeah,
in the
we
box.
get fouled in the box a lot, 100%.
No. There
Go
was
down
some
easy
in the
penalties
box.
and it was
Complaining.
just like there was some penalties and it was just soft. It was.
Oh, 100%, I agree.
soft.
100%, a few of them. Definitely
Yes,
a few of
it
them.
was just mad.
But
A lot of them.
I don't know about that one, Chief. But let's get into this unfortunate Sevilla Manchester United game. I'm just gonna say it as it is. We dropped the ball on this one. 100% we dropped the ball on this one. That second half was we just dominated the game. We had chance after chance after chance and could put none of them away. 2 mistakes, that's all it took. We just weren't clinical enough, and that's really it.
Can we just take a second to just say how good Ever Banega is?
He is still such a
That's
great
what
player,
I was
man.
saying when I saw him play. Because I remember when I used to live in England a while ago, so years ago, he was still a good player in La Liga. So he's been around for probably like over a
Emery wanted to
decade.
buy him.
Sorry.
Emery wanted to buy him over Venega.
Yeah, I would have taken him, and I think maybe even before Emery, we were kind of interested in him. But he's always been a solid player.
He's a good player, but he's not Arsenal level right now. I'll be honest.
Yeah, maybe not right now.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, yeah.
But he's the
I mean, he still plays for the national team almost every time.
well, he's the only good
Yeah.
midfielder they have.
Rayan, you're right. Somehow this becomes about Arsenal.
Exactly. That's the only reason why, right? Well, how old is he? Let's see. He's
Is he early 30s?
he's 32.
Yeah, early 30s.
He's got
He
2
turned
more
32
years.
last month.
Yeah, so he's younger than Messi.
Yeah, he's still a baller too.
Yeah.
Form is temporary, class is permanent.
He
That's
is-
what they say.
I would describe
is facts.
players like
That is
Banega.
facts.
At that position, where was he?
What's up?
Hmm.
Like the players like Banega, he's the bedrock of a perfectly acceptable second tier team, right? Like Sevilla has dominated the Europa League. They have experience. All of that starts and runs through Banega.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely, could not agree more. Could not agree more.
Yeah, I think like Santi Cazorla's done similarly for
Great comp.
for his team.
Yeah.
So
Villarreal.
Yeah, and unless you guys have any other comments about that game, or I'd rather not speak about that any more than I have to.
predictions for the final.
Whoa, hold your horses, bro. Hold
the
your
other
horses,
game.
man.
Hey man, come on. That other game is not even important. Let's
He
be
really
real.
just said fuck Shakhtar, man. Like so did Inter,
fuck
but come
Shakhtar.
on, man.
I mean, yeah, 5-0, man. Like,
They got fucked.
Man, so Lukaku scored 2 and Lautaro scored 2, right?
Yeah.
Man, those two are just
They're on
those two are
fire.
filthy up top.
And I really want
I
them to
really
stay
like-
together
I
for a
really
few
like
years to see
Martinez.
what they can create,
I really like Martinez.
I
think
doubt
he's a
that's gonna
sick
happen,
player.
but we'll see.
Yeah, someone's gonna
I
sign
think
up Lautaro.
Barcelona.
Probably Barca for 250 million.
Most likely Barca.
250.
Okay,
mil.
what
Financially, they can't sign him though. He will stay for a while with COVID going on and all the finance. Like Barca's running deep. They're going in the red. They're almost going bankrupt, honestly. So if there is a possibility he could
we
stay.
will talk about Barca. We will talk about Barca.
Oh man, these guys can't be affording to buy a Lautaro when they got like 300 million plus dollar flops already.
Yeah, and they're
But-
still paying Coutinho.
I
Like,
can't-
Coutinho's coming back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Um,
Yeah, I have heard that Coman wants him in his team.
Oh man.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
You know
a good
what?
move.
I can't wait to speak on Barca, man. I can't wait. to
Oh
speak.
man, hey, we're gonna get deeper into them. Don't
Okay.
worry, guys. We'll
Just like
we'll
Bayern-
get deeper into that topic.
Just like
Well,
Bayern got
get
deep
some
into them.
let's
at
get
the
some
top.
predictions. What are y'all feeling for the finals? Sevilla versus Inter Milan.
Inter.
Ooh.
3-2. Sevilla.
Inter.
It's a good one. The midfield battle is going to be so key. I think Inter will edge it. 3-2.
I want
wow.
to see Ericsson win a trophy, but I think Sevilla's gonna win it.
Sevilla has the experience. They've been there.
That's true.
I don't know.
I think Inter are gonna win 3-1.
They've got some dangerous strikers.
Can
man.
we talk about who will make or break this game? I think is Lukaku. If Lukaku's on his bully mode and just runs over the defenders, I think
Bully
Inter will
mode,
win.
yeah.
If
Abs-
not,
I'm not gonna lie,
Absolutely, man.
Lukaku can bully people all over their front three, man. I
But
remember.
Sevilla have good center backs.
They do.
If their keeper has another good game, it's gonna be a huge boost for
But
Sevilla.
Inter Milan have a very good keeper as well.
They do. Their keeper
that's
is
true. I really like
really,
him.
really good.
Yeah, I think Inter are going to win 3-1. Genuinely.
You know, fun fact: Samir Handanovic, Inter's keeper, has never actually won a trophy in his career yet. I believe.
I mean, he's always played for
No,
like
but I want to.
smaller teams, though. I feel.
Yeah. So I wanted to win one.
Oh man.
That'd be quite nice.
Personally, for this match, it's fuck Inter, so I'm hoping for like a 5-0 Sevilla win here. I wouldn't mind losing to the eventual champions. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, Sevilla's striker is good too. The Moroccan guy.
Also, I'll say a player that would make it or break it for Sevilla is Suso. If Inter can't keep a hold of that man, he's just gonna run havoc over them. What was that laugh, Saif? What was
I
that
don't
laugh?
think Suso's as good as you think.
I think you're rating Suso a little bit too high.
I
Like,
agree.
see what you're kind
He's
of
been
saying.
killing it in the last
No, I
last
mean-
2 games, bro. He's been doing very well. You've seen what he's capable of.
Sevilla finished with the same amount of points as Atletico in La Liga, so they're a good team. They're a
Yeah.
Champions League quality team.
Yeah. They're
what
very
is
good.
how is Suso in AC Milan against Inter historically?
Against Inter, honestly, I can't remember off the top of my head against Inter, but his stint at Milan was quite good. He was one of the more important offensive players we had, and who performed consistently. So he actually did come out after the semifinal to say, yeah, that this move was very beneficial for everybody, and he is enjoying his time there, and he's hoping everything goes well for Milan. So hopefully Sevilla win, because I want to see my guy happy.
Nice.
But my actual prediction, I do see a 2-0 Sevilla win. Just Sevilla know how to do this, man. This is their competition. Any other final comments or shit
No.
talk?
No, Inter are going to win, man.
Is it on a Saturday?
That's very confident.
I think
Okay,
Inter
I
gonna
like
win
it.
with-
I like it.
Inter are going to win with United's rejects, Lukaku and Ashley Young. That is hilarious.
Oh, Ashley
That
Young
is
to score or
hilarious.
assist the winner.
Oh, I'll put money on that.
Oh. Ashley Young should not even be starting for that team, bro. That man is tragic.
Can we talk one thing about
He has-
Inter? And somebody who has more experience in Inter. I haven't followed them much, but I've been following that they've been just acquiring, kind of like Juventus, old players for a lot of money. Now Juventus did it on free transfers, but like they have what? Ashley Young, Lukaku. Lukaku's not old, but he's expensive. Who else did they get?
They do have
Alexis
Sanchez
Sanchez,
as well.
Ericsson.
Diego Godin is
Moses is
Ericsson's
still
still
there, I
young.
believe.
Ericsson's only 27.
Okay. I mean, they have good transfer. Like, they have Hakimi. They're taking Hakimi from Madrid or Dortmund, whoever.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a
true,
very good move
true.
for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, like, Inter's strategy, transfer market, it's hard to pin down, but, like, it looks like it's working. If they're in the final, I don't know. Somebody who has more experience in that, but they have some old players.
They seem to be combining like experience plus like players in like entering their prime, and I think also Serie A itself seems to be a place where like a lot of slightly older players seem to also find success as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean they were only behind Juve by 1 point this season, like for the title or something like
Yeah.
that. So
They lost. The final day came down to 1 point.
yeah, so I think Conte will be a little disappointed because I think of all seasons, Juve were really there for the taking this season. But still, I think compared to where Inter were in the last few seasons to now, I think it's nice progress that they've made.
Yeah, Inter have been doing their thing.
They have been. I respect that.
Unfortunately,
They might be slowly. They might be probably my favorite team in Serie A.
It's all about Palermo, bro.
oh
Bro,
my
I
goodness.
said
They're not in
Serie
Serie
A,
A.
Oh, Lord.
you know.
Hey, they'll be back. Don't worry.
Now we're doing a team for every league now, huh?
Yeah, I guess Ibby's just claimed Inter.
Who's
I
your
just-
championship team then, huh?
It was Leeds.
Bet.
Oh man. But moving on, let's get into the juicy fixtures, guys. So let's get into these Champions League matches.
Let's do
And
it.
right off the bat, I just wanna take a second, you guys, just to take a moment to laugh at Barcelona. And
Hey, we don't want to make people cry too much, but that was an L.
oh,
Okay, wait.
It was an L, fam.
yo, I would hate to be them right now.
Fucking Barcelona.
Oh my
How do you
God.
lose it?
Sorry,
How
I
do you
need some
concede
water.
8 goals at home? 8
Oh
at home.
my god.
Oh, it wasn't at home, but yeah, but still a disaster.
Yeah, it's just, man.
Tragic game. If you haven't heard, Bayern beat Barcelona 8-2 in the Champions League quarterfinals. Champions League quarterfinals, I repeat.
That is disgusting.
Yep, they scored 4 goals each half.
My goodness.
To be fair, I don't know anyone who hasn't heard the score at this
That
point.
is true. That is true. But I just want to say it again. Barcelona did lose 8-2 in the Champions League quarterfinal.
How do you lose 8-2?
Wait, could you say it one more time? I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
hear
yeah,
you.
yeah. Let me say it again a different way. Bayern actually beat Barcelona 8-2 in the Champions League quarterfinal.
The icing.
Did you say 8?
Yes,
The
8.
icing on the cake for that is their
Wow.
player that they loaned out, that they paid 160 plus million to score
He
2
scored
goals on
He
them.
scored 2.
Bro,
Wait, and he
bro,
got an
he
assist,
scored
right?
2 and set one
Yes.
up.
And
he got an
That was
assist.
beautiful.
In 17 minutes.
was beautiful.
In 17 minutes he did that.
That they are a failure as a
Beautiful.
system. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
the sad thing
man.
is, right, they bought Coutinho, and they didn't use him properly, and I don't think he got much of a chance to show what he could do. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You
That's
know,
an L, though.
Coutinho,
That's a big L.
Griezmann, Griezmann, and Dembele. All together, they cost 363 million.
God
That
damn.
is
All on the bench.
poor,
Every single one of them was on the bench for that game.
poor business.
Ouch.
They could have bought 50 million, like 50 million pound players, like good players.
They could have, yeah. You know
Sounds
what it is?
like
I
Pep.
wonder if like there's some kind of like I don't know, some kind of arrogance to it, because the way how they think they can just drop that much on single players for their attack,
Okay.
like, you know, their boss, so they can do what they want, it's come to bite them back in the ass, because Dembele can't stay fit. Griezmann, he's in Messi's shadow, and Coutinho, they loaned him out.
As a Real Madrid fan, I've struggled with them.
There's a lot wrong at Barcelona, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The president, Bartomeu, he's just an idiot.
He's a clown.
The board, there's infighting amongst the board. You know, of course, spending money recklessly,
So
buying the wrong players, not having a clear strategy.
let's stick to
The culture of the club eroding as well. So there's a lot going behind the scenes that is going wrong for Barcelona. But despite all, I mean, I think everyone on this podcast thought that Bayern were going to win. Am I right?
Yeah, we just didn't think
Oh,
that the score was
absolutely.
going to be that
Yeah.
bad.
Well-
It's like nobody.
Can we?
I thought it was going to be like 4-2 or 3-0 or something, not 8.
No, but okay.
It's just a freak score.
I thought it was going to
No,
be
so
3-1.
Messi. Okay, guys, let's talk about something very important here. Barca have been in turmoil for the past, let's say, 7 years, but Messi and the
Absolutely.
last midfield, and they always find this one great player that they spend a lot of money on, whether it's Neymar, Suarez. Before that, it was Henry, and you know, this midfield trio that they developed. They've always been a mess technically, but Messi and after Guardiola, Messi has been the glue that saved everybody, right? And that one extra player that like magically just fits in perfectly, like David Villa. You know, they come in, they find this one
Suarez.
player, yeah, they pay money, and he does amazing for them. And Messi connects with them, they score 40, 50 goals, they win a league, they win a Champions League every other year. This year, it really finally hit them in the ass. And then Messi, like, I thought Bayern were going to win, but if Barca won because of Messi, nobody would have been surprised. I feel like, in my opinion, because Messi always pulls out magic and does stuff like this. Like, the game could have been 3-2, and Messi could have maybe made Kimmich and Davies hit each other and score like a nutmeg goal on Neuer. Nobody would be surprised.
100%. I do agree. And I did say before the match as well that if Messi turns up, their Barca can probably comfortably win. let's say like a 2-0. And if he doesn't, then it's going to be 3-4-0 for Bayern. But this was very unexpected. 8-2. They were looking like that old Arsenal team, bro. They were
Legit.
just some bums on that team.
8-2 is a freak result. Stuff like 8-2s and 9-0s and stuff like that. These are freak results. Complete anomalies. You don't hear about that happening.
Yeah,
very
you're
often.
usually never this efficient, you know? No one puts away all their chances, like,
There's
ever.
Even 7-0s, like, is very. It's not actually that common. It's very rare for people to beat teams 7-0. Or, you know, so 8-2 is a very, like, it's like an anomaly in terms of scorelines. It's very, very
It's just
freakish.
shocking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Barcelona should be happy about that result because it's really gonna be the catalyst that they've needed for like the past 5 seasons. You know?
Basil, Barcelona fans will be happy.
Oh, I mean,
Fans,
like,
yeah.
yeah, of course, the fans,
'Cause
not
they'll
the
finally
club.
see that
You know,
change happening.
Bartomeu's probably still trying to save his job, but I don't. I mean, there's no way he wins an election again after the last few years. But no, I think it's really. I think, on the one hand, I think it's right. There's a systemic failure at Barcelona, and there has been problems for about, I would say, 5 years running. That basically started in the last year of Luis Enrique's reign. But at the same time, it's also really easy to be reactionary, especially when a big loss happens. So yeah, I do agree that there is a lot of problems and failures. But at the same time, like, if you look at last season, Barcelona could have easily won a treble. You know, they were so close, and they just let it all slip away in that second leg at Anfield. You know, they won the first leg 3-0. One of the best teams in Europe was Liverpool that season, and they won La Liga really, really easily. And then after losing that Champions League semifinal second leg, they went on to lose the Copa del Rey final. So I think it's good that they didn't win that, because it would have once again just papered over the problems and the cracks that they had the last few years. So I think Barcelona fans should be, I guess, somewhat pleased that maybe now that there might be some changes coming in now.
What a result.
Yeah.
What a result. But I know you and Adam touched on it, how they've been in turmoil for years now. But one thing I do want to say is those players on the pitch are not part of the boardroom. Those guys are there's some great players on that team, and there's
Yeah, you're
absolutely
right. No,
zero
that-
excuse to
No,
be conceding
Rayon, you're
8
completely
goals,
right. Cause
no matter who your opponent is.
Because you mentioned the Arsenal team, right? And I told you on the day, like, the team that we had at Arsenal, we had fucking Jenkinson, and you know, in our lineup we had Alex Song, and, you know, all these dead players playing for Arsenal. But Barcelona, they had Jordi Alba, Piqué, Clement Lenglet, Messi, Suarez, Frankie De Jong, Busquets. They had Ter Stegen in goal. These are some very, very, very good players. Excellent players in that team. How are you, don't you have any self-respect? How are you gonna concede 8? Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's funny and it's just tragic.
Yeah. It's what I
Yeah.
do think a part of it is definitely mental, like how Basil did mention those earlier results, and I think they're going into these fixtures now thinking with that on their mind, and it definitely doesn't help them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the coaching doesn't seem to be very, what's the word? Convincing at Barca, especially defensively.
Absolutely.
Like, they, you know, no one has ever said this Barca team is a defensively sound team for the better part of a decade. So that's nothing new.
Yeah.
Yeah,
true.
man. If I do want to ask, if y'all had to say one Barcelona player that was, let's say, like, their man of the match, who would you say it is? Personally, I'd probably give it to Ter Stegen,
Yeah.
just because some of the saves he made to keep the score down were just phenomenal. He made some amazing saves that I honestly can't even comprehend, and he's probably the only reason that this scoreline is in single digits.
Yeah, it's
Barcelona
probably Ter
player
Stegen.
man of the match is Coutinho.
That was
I
like,
can't
you know, the
disagree
knife
with
was deep. The knife
I'm
was
salty. I
deep
didn't
in
think
there.
about that
Second
earlier.
that.
The knife was deep in there, and then when Coutinho scored, it's like you twist it.
Yeah, he's out for a few weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, I would give it to Coutinho.
Coutinho, what a guy! What a guy! We'll see him back at Barcelona with some very angry teammates.
He's gonna
But I
get
think
punched in the
I think
face.
we've dogged on Barcelona enough. Unless you guys have any final comments.
No, I was just disappointed by the. Well, I mean, not disappointed. I was happy, but I think it's disappointing that the body language, like in the second half after Bayern scored the fifth goal, I think it's like they all just gave up.
Yeah, bro, their heads were
No
down.
tracking
Their heads were
back and
down,
stuff.
100%. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if they lack a leader on that team, even though I think that's supposed to be PK or Messi, but they definitely lacked a leader on that
Messi,
team.
yeah, definitely. Oh, also, rest in peace, Nelson Semedo's career.
The thing is, though, I was watching him in the game before, and he was doing so well. You
No,
know?
actually, he under Setien, he's probably been like one of the most improved players.
Yeah,
you know,
so-
he
Yeah.
really flourished
Mhm.
under Setien, and it's just this one match that has really made him look like a terrible player. But he signed a new contract just a few
Yeah,
days ago.
He's
so.
a very good player. I'll take him in a heartbeat. Like he's
No,
impressive.
no, I wouldn't. Fuck that.
Bro, he had a big
Over
bad
Bellerin?
game, right? But he's been a very good player for them.
Yeah, that's fine, and Barcelona can keep him. I don't want him.
No, I'm just
No, I
saying.
mean Bayern have made every single fullback they've played against this season like look like a shit player. Like it doesn't matter
facts.
who, whether it's against Tottenham or Chelsea or Barcelona, it doesn't matter who.
On that note, I kind of want to highlight Alphonso Davies and just that one assist. My
Yeah.
goodness. Oh my. That was filthy.
He's
That
a
was filthy.
powerhouse of a player, man.
There's some talent in MLS.
Bro, he really pulled up dick out
Facts.
and just shamed Semedo. That's what he did. 100% that's what he did.
He's so quick. He's genuinely so quick.
He's too quick, honestly. It's going to be interesting seeing him and Mbappe facing against each other. It's going to be very interesting.
He'll outpace Mbappe. I'll tell you this for now. He'll outpace Mbappe.
Oh, okay. That is
Mbappe's
very
quick,
interesting.
but Alfonso Davis is just...
That's gonna be a
he's
wild
the Flash,
matchup.
man.
If I was Thomas Tuchel or Tuchel, how do you pronounce it in German? I would play Mbappe down the middle and put Di Maria on the right.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and Neymar down
Let's
the left.
let's hold our comments until we get to that final prediction though. And let's move on to this Leipzig Atletico game where Leipzig has actually beat Atletico 2-1.
Boring game. Boring.
Boring. Really?
Really? I kind of enjoyed
I
it.
wouldn't
found
say
it
that was boring.
Like, there were parts of it that were good. Like, parts of it were interesting. But especially the first half. I just felt like there was a serious lack of quality.
Well, it's a bit hard when only one team's trying to actually play football.
That is true. I do want to say you guys probably won't agree with me on this, but this just kind of shows that Simeone's kind of lost it, man. He's
Nah,
just kind
I
of
don't
lost
think
it.
so. I don't think so.
He's so good.
I already know y'all don't agree with me, but I'll say it anyways.
Why are you saying it then? If
Oh, because I want to get it off my chest.
fine.
How about when did he sell? Because didn't he sell a lot of his senior players? Was that last summer or the summer before?
Who?
Last
It
summer.
was last summer, right? So
Yeah.
he's still kind of going through a rebuild. You know, he's got these younger players. His tactics are a bit weird sometimes. I'd still say he's a talented manager. Is he as good as he was like 5 years ago?
Oh, absolutely not.
I wouldn't say so,
Absolutely
but
not.
I would say there's still talent there. He just needs to fix up.
I think he needs a new team.
Maybe he just needs to change his tactics a bit. I mean, he's heavily backed by Atletico.
Could be.
It's a good place for him to be.
Yeah. I mean, they have good players. Like we saw when they went a goal down and they had to open up more. Like when Felix came on, they played some decent football and created some decent chances. Maybe he's just a really cautious coach and that's just his tactics. But I think if they did play a more expensive game, then they could perhaps be more entertaining and find some success.
Yeah, I just thought it was inexcusable to have Felix on the bench for this game, to be honest. He came on and just changed everything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like this guy, I think he came on and won the penalty, right?
Mm-hmm.
He did, yeah. His
Yes,
He did.
And scored it.
He seemed like the only one on that team playing football that day, man. So I was kind of disappointed, but you already know, me and my guy Adam here are very happy seeing Barca and Atletico out
100%.
within 48 hours, man.
Yep. It's also like
Right.
Simeone is very. He has the players. I feel like he's just a little bit stuck in his ways, kind of almost like Mourinho-ish, but he has more credibility lately, or at least has the players believing in him more. Hello?
Yeah. There's I guess there's still some hope in Simeone, I guess, but I don't know. I guess I just don't see it. But Leipzig did play well in this game, though. I gotta give credit where credit is due, and shout out to Tyler Adams who scored the winner.
Can we
Shout out to my
Shout
guy.
out to the guy,
can
man.
we talk about Werner if he played?
Oh, Warner.
Like
I know Imran's had a lot to say about that before, so
Werner.
Yeah. No, oh, man. Leipzig miss him badly. They miss him badly. The attack loses. The attack has lost so much since Werner has left. There's no real any kind of target in the middle, or any real penetration, or just any kind of good quality up front. So yeah.
Yeah, he brought movement that none of the other strikers that they played in the Champions League could bring.
Yeah.
They already got his replacement though.
Yeah.
But
I forgot. What's his name again?
Huang
That's
Hee-chan.
it. Yeah. Yeah, Huang Hee-chan from Salzburg. Yeah.
Yeah, the man who dropped Van Dijk.
That's it.
is that the other Red Bulls team that they got him from?
Yep.
Oh
Yeah,
wow. So is that just a loan move basically, or what is that?
It's a
It's a
transfer.
transfer.
But
Okay.
It's a transfer, but not really a transfer.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
just
it's
going
like
to the same club but in a different country. Same
yeah, they're
thing.
getting
anyway, same ownership, you know.
because their history, and I'm sure you guys have probably talked about this before, but like 5 years ago, or I think it may be 10 max, they were in like the fourth division. Now they're playing in the semi or quarterfinal.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Or semi-final of the Champions League.
I'm glad you brought that up, bro. Did you know Minecraft is actually older than Leipzig? Yeah.
That's
And
funny.
if we combine how old PSG and Leipzig are, Madonna's actually older. Just gonna put
That's
that out
wild.
there.
Madonna's ancient.
Just gonna put that out there.
She's older than a lot of us. A lot of things here, actually.
Oh, that is true.
How old is Madonna?
Oh, she late 50s? She's gotta be.
I have no idea.
She's gotta be Madonna, but it's okay.
Madonna.
You're great, Madonna. Don't worry. You're better than both those clubs.
62.
Madonna, we still love you.
Uh,
62.
Jeez, that's mad.
That's
That
wild.
is mad. Hey, she doesn't look 62, so shout out to her.
She looks kind of evil.
Yeah.
Slick, a little bit.
Like a wicked
She
West
could be like a
vibes.
Disney villain.
You know what? I could see that. She'd be in the same realm as Leipzig and PSG. They're pretty evil too.
No, they're great.
Well, let's on that
actually,
note, let's go on to this other evil that is PSG. Fuck PSG, man. That's all I gotta say. Fuck PSG. They beat Atalanta 2-1 at the death, man. Final few
That was
minutes.
so hot.
I'm furious.
Okay.
Choupo-Moting masterclass.
It's Stoke City Heritage, man. Stoke City Heritage is taking this team through.
Man, I almost had my prediction right, man. I was just a couple minutes off. I would have had it.
Well, you couldn't predict that Atlanta's best player, and I forget the name of the guy, his wife cheated on him and he retired before the game.
Ilicic, yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, that was sad. That's sad, man.
Poor guy.
According to reports, yeah, for ones that may not have heard, like Adam just said, according to reports, Ilicic is kind of in a state of depression right now because apparently, again, according to reports, we don't know if it's true or not, he went back to Slovenia, right, his home country, and caught his wife cheating on him, and he's kind of been in that depressed state for a while. So Atalanta have been backing him through and through with this, but you could tell that they've missed his presence in that team, you know.
Yeah, their free flow attack wasn't there that game.
Like I do believe that Atalanta was the better team in the 90 minutes, but all it took was like a minute and a half, man. That's all it took.
Just Neymar and Mbappe, innit?
Yeah, man. Neymar just he almost didn't put a foot wrong other than his horrible finishing.
Yeah. Neymar's
And
magic,
Mbappe,
man.
who was supposed to be injured, comes on, looks very fresh, surprisingly.
Young bones.
Yeah.
Young bones. He's still like what, 20,
That's it.
That is
21?
mad.
Maybe he's 21.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
21.
Yeah, this guy's gonna. So I'm gonna make a prediction that we're not talking about, but Mbappe will win the Champions League, and then he might become the greatest of all time if he continues on this pace. Now that's a bold prediction. That's a bold
Ooh.
prediction, but if the way he's projecting, it's Pele-like. Now this is I don't want feedback on this, please. Just let me throw my wild comment there and let it be, because I know
I respect the wild comments.
I know how crazy that
I respect
sounds.
it. We need more.
Because like I'm not here just to make a controversial comment, but if this man stays the way he is and wins Sunday, like there's, I don't know. I feel like it's uncapped potential, right? It's just if he stays healthy and stays committed, I think he can go all the way.
Honestly, you mentioned it, but yeah, this guy's almost won literally everything he can right now, other than the Champions League. He's on pace to win everything, and at his age, no one comes close to his ability. No one.
It's
There's not a
quite
single player
remarkable.
close to him right now. That's 21 or around that.
Except for Saka.
Don't. Oh my gosh.
Oh
You say
my
Wan
god,
Bissaka?
this
No,
No, he said Saka,
Wan Bissaka.
the Arsenal youngster.
Oh, okay, my God, I was about to say, I was like, I know you're a United fan, but not like that.
Yeah, no. Wan Bissaka's actually even closer to Mbappe, but I'm not gonna get into that.
God damn, you really went there, huh?
Bro, in what world is Wan Bissaka close to Mbappe?
In what world is Saka close to Mbappe? I thought we were
world.
speaking with our
Yeah,
chest.
Neither.
Listen, when Mbappe will
Both
come
of
to
y'all are
Arsenal
wrong.
and fulfill his destiny of becoming the next Henri. He will fulfill that destiny.
Wow.
It's
So,
going to happen.
not to like reopen it too much, but just to put it into perspective, I think Messi was 22 when he won his first Ballon d'Or, and Mbappe's, you said 21.
Yeah, 21.
21.
But also
It's
like
like
this
the,
is.
you know,
Go ahead,
this-
sorry.
No, so I was just going to say, it reminds me of, the Spanish players, Iniesta, Piqué, Ramos and them lot. They won titles, Champions Leagues, Euros and World Cup by the age of like 26. It was quite
Yeah.
remarkable, to be honest. They'd won all of that by 26.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that same group of players
Wild
is
times.
crazy. That is crazy.
So they literally won everything by 26. It's mad.
Yeah, I believe Mbappe right now has won everything he's been in contention for. Was he at the Euros? I believe he was at the Euros, right? Yeah,
he
other than
was.
the
They
Euros, he has
lost,
won
though.
everything he's been in contention for.
I don't know if he was. That was.
No, I don't think he was.
like
That was a couple
17.
of years ago. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he was in the
Wait, hold
squad, but
Was he not in the Euros?
Yeah, I don't think he was there.
because he wasn't in the final, and I don't remember much about him.
I don't think he was in the squad because I think he really burst out to the scene the following
Oh,
season
you know
for
what?
Monaco in 2017 when they won the
Yeah,
when they
that
won the
was
league.
2016.
Gotcha. Classic fake news stuff again, I guess. Just, what can we say?
What? Excuse me, you were the one saying.
No,
Yeah,
I
'cause,
said I don't know, and you.
I'm pretty
you said,
sure-
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the World Cup was his first international tournament.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I mixed up the
Okay,
years.
and he
ended up winning
2016,
it, so-
2018.
Yeah, I stand corrected. He has won literally everything he has been in contention for,
But the Champions League, yeah.
but the Champions League, and that might change.
Except
that
for
might
this
change
year.
this season. We'll see. But yeah, let's I guess let's wrap up with the PSG game. Fuck PSG. Let's just end it
fuck
on that.
PSG.
Wait,
Let's
did you-
end it on that. And the final. Before we get into the Lyon Man City quarterfinal, just to note, they did beat Juve 2-2 on away goals the round prior, so the second leg of the round of 16.
Yeah.
And they went on to actually beat Manchester City 3-1.
Great performance. They stepped up a lot, Leon.
They could have, not to jump ahead, but
Pep was
against
fuming.
Bayern, they had a couple of chances where they could have changed the game before it got out of hand.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're a good team, and I could see why the club wants to sue for ending the league season too early, because I think with 10 games left, they could have easily finished in a European spot, but now they're gonna not play any European football next season, which is unfortunate for them because they're a talented team.
Yeah, they have every right to fight for that. Every right. And you know what? On that note, man, Rudy Garcia needs to be sued too, man. He's a dickhead. He is
Nah,
an
man,
A1
you're just a
dickhead.
hater.
Nah, bro, that's not even why, man. Like you have this man who's like the pinnacle of your attack, and you're bringing him back early from a major injury, playing him through these games just to take him out early, knowing he's not fully fit. Like, you have the chance to ruin this kid's career, and I just don't like that. He's also a piece of shit that managed Roma, but we're not gonna get into that.
But I
Just
mean,
a hater, Leon. You're
it's
just a
like these are
hater.
critical games. Like this is where you need one of your best players to play.
Yeah, but do you want to play a player that's gonna be out there half-heartedly being able to play, who's out here like probably limping?
Well,
I mean, they did more. I mean, the team did more than anyone expected them to. I think they had a massive success. So, I mean, I don't think we can be too harsh on his decisions or his decision making for playing what players or not.
Oh, for sure. He's definitely overachieved in this competition. I will definitely say that. And honestly, that game was it was very enjoyable to watch from my perspective as a Manchester United fan. I don't know about you guys, but watching that Sterling miss and then the subsequent goal in the same
Beautiful.
sequence,
Oh, that was.
it was
mad.
it was
How did he
heartwarming.
miss?
It was heartwarming.
How did he miss?
sensational.
Oh, Sterling.
Ah.
Oh, man.
Do you guys see the videos?
I've seen the
Well,
Titanic music
The
videos.
clips is. Oh my god, that was amazing. The Titanic music hits
It
different.
really does, man. It really does. And I know Saif was probably just ecstatic watching that since he's been hating on Sterling for years now.
Zia, safe probably reached orgasm.
Oh, 100%. He climaxed on the spot there. Even before the goal. He just like nut as he missed.
Yeah, as the ball was rising, safe was rising as well.
Oh, that's mad.
It's true. It's
That's
true.
mad.
It's true. There's no lies.
Should we move on to the semi-finals then?
Oh, let's move on to the semifinals, which surprisingly both of them actually ended 3-3. But let's start with the PSG
3-0.
Leipzig 3-0. Oh no, 3-0, my bad. 3-0 both games. And yeah, PSG beat Leipzig 3-0, and what are y'all's thoughts on that?
Yo, I saw this hilarious quote by Nagelsmann. He was like, saying something like, "Oh, PSG's squad cost," or no, he said, "The combined price of Neymar and Mbappe is worth more than twice our squad." And
Lord.
and the funny thing is like, but what about y'all's rise through the German lower divisions? Wasn't it the same thing? Like, didn't they have like far superior squads to everyone that they just spent mad money on because they're an energy drink company? Like,
Yeah.
I had no sympathy for that quote. Like when I saw that.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I don't like the way that Leipzig have grown. Has pissed a lot of people off in Germany.
It has. It really has.
Yeah, like you look at Bournemouth, who like did it the right way, you know, versus like a team like Leipzig, and you're just like, they were both in similar positions 10, 11 years ago, but one did it in an ethical way, you could say, versus Leipzig.
Yeah.
Wait, how did Bournemouth do it?
They went the football manager route. Leipzig went
Yeah.
a financial takeover in the third division route.
Yeah, I mean the culture in Germany is that the fans have a lot of I don't want to say control, but they have a lot of say what goes on in a football.
They'll
club.
all say, yeah.
Whereas, it's not like that in Leipzig. It's just pure put money into it.
No.
get whoever.
It was their exploitation of the 50+1 rule. Essentially, yeah, you'd have to have majority ownership would belong to the fans. Excuse me. And so there'd be like a board, if you want to think of it. And so the fans would have representation into what happens, and they would know what's happening in the club and stuff. But everyone who's part of the Leipzig board works for Red Bull. So if you speak out, that's your job right there. So, it's dirty.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and they've had a very good season. I believe they finished second in the league, right? And they went to a Champions League final. Oh no, to a semi-final.
So it's second or third in the league, I forget. But they're a really good team. They made the cup final as well. They lost, but still.
Yeah, they have been doing very well, and with a very young manager. And if you guys didn't know, actually, Nagelsmann, who was I believe 32, 33, is actually
33.
younger than PSG's captain, Thiago Silva.
And younger than Madonna.
That's crazy.
And younger
That
than
is crazy.
Basil as well.
That's mad.
Oh my god.
Oh,
my
wow,
God,
you're right.
that's
I am not that old, man. But you know what? It was. I think I saw another story that Tuchel and Nagelsmann go way back. I think it was.
Really?
I think Tuchel was the one. So I think Nagelsmann was a player, and he was sort of plagued by injury back in the day, and so I think Tuchel. I might be getting the details wrong, but I think it was something along the lines of like Tuchel had just recommended him to take a staff position at the club. I forget which club it was at the time. And that's basically how Nagelsmann got started with, coaching rather than being a player anymore.
Was it Werder Bremen?
Was
I
it
forget.
Hoffenheim?
I don't remember which
I know
club.
he started out as a manager at Hoffenheim. He took over when they were in the relegations, and I remember that season. But I forget because Tuchel used Nagelsmann as a scout for a game. And he talked about it in an interview recently, and he was saying, like, he wasn't actually interested in becoming a coach, but he needed the money, and it was like, all right, why not? So I'll go. And then after that, Tuchel was like, you're really good at this. And so he just kept at it, and that's how he got into it.
Wow. His main job right now is just a side gig. That's wild. It was just a hustle. That's mad.
His suit was nice, man.
Oh, his suit, bro.
We
were talking about it during the game.
Nice.
Like he came with the intention to celebrate after, bro.
Legit, he had faith.
Like with that suit.
He had so much faith. And
I fully respect it.
They let him down.
That's
so
right.
hard.
No, I love him though. He's a fantastic manager.
He is. He's the best young manager on the planet.
Fantastic manager. Can't wait for him to take over AC Milan. But yeah, man. It's
Over Pioli?
Don't be this guy. There's no need for you to be this guy. But let's talk about the actual game itself this time. And very good game from Neymar, man. Well, I believe a goal and 2 assists from him.
No, he didn't score.
Him and Mbappe were just killing it up and doing what they do best, man. This is, I believe, I've heard for the first time that both Neymar and Mbappe have been fully, like, more or less fully fit through the Champions League games, and they've been producing in the big stage, so good on them.
First time Neymar's fit and PSG reach a final. That's not a coincidence, man.
It's not, bro.
No coincidence whatsoever.
It's not.
To start respecting Neymar, there's too much
I mean,
disrespect on Neymar.
Bro, I've said it multiple
Facts.
times. I've said it for years. I'm gonna say it again. Behind Messi and Ronaldo, he's the best player in the world.
He is. Neymar's magic.
The disrespect started because he left Barcelona.
Absolutely, bro. He's actually reached the Champions League final before them.
Like,
since
Before
then.
Barcelona.
Yeah, like people think that they're like, oh yeah, who's better, Eden Hazard or Neymar? And I'm just like, Hazard is nowhere near Neymar.
Not
Neymar
even
is
close,
As
bro.
a
clear
Madrid fan,
as-
I completely stand by what you just said.
Yeah.
I see we all agree here. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh man, and you know what's crazy, guys? Verratti still has not featured in one of these games. Probably their
he in?
most
Oh, he has.
important midfielder.
No,
And
Verratti did.
Paredes has actually stepped up a lot as well. Paredes stepped up.
Yeah,
Herrera stepped up. This entire team has stepped up.
Paredes has been really good. But Verratti played like the last 8 to 10 minutes
Yeah.
of the
That's-
Leipzig game.
Good for him, man. I hope he's fit for the final.
So he's injured?
He's a
Same.
very,
That'd be
very
good.
good player. Hideous man. But I hope.
Okay. Also,
He was injured, but he's good now.
Yeah, I believe he got injured in
Um,
training
I jumped
before
in
the
on this a little
quarterfinal.
late. I think Mbappe is the difference, not Neymar. Jumping in for PSG. No.
Oh, really?
Neymar has taken
No,
over
I
the
think it's
games. I've
Neymar.
seen I
Really,
watched the
that
games.
is
Neymar
interesting.
is playing his best football, other than the finishing. But like the he, I don't think he's as consistent to take like.
100%, yeah.
I think Mbappe got them there, and Neymar's like, okay, I'll take over. Or sorry, yeah, Mbappe got them there, and then Neymar's like, okay, we're here, let me take over it. He got the rest. That break during Corona, I feel like was really good for him, because he's had health issues the past 3 years, and he's. I feel like he just took over now. I agree he's the third best player in the world. The problem with him was consistency and staying healthy. Now that doesn't look like a problem. And Mbappe's a good second. Like Mbappe is Neymar what Neymar was to Messi, kind of in a way. You know what I mean? I feel like he needed him.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, in a sense.
That's a good point. Okay, I did not think about that. So,
Oh yeah,
hey,
if they
it's a
win,
good thing they
they're
linked
going
up
in
together
history.
at PSG, man.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think.
Facts.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, but yeah, I think Neymar the last few games was really really good against Leipzig and then against Leipzig and who's the other Atalanta.
Atalanta, yeah.
Yeah,
Atalanta.
no, I think he was very very good. Like when I saw him play, and there's a difference. Sorry, I know I'm segueing a little bit, but there's a difference between a genius and a magician. A genius is someone like De Bruyne. Like he knows what to do at all times, and he executes what he's asked to do. Like in a particular system, he executes that exceptionally well. So he's asked to perform a role in Manchester City, and he does that to perfection. But Neymar is different. Neymar is like he innovates. He creates something out of nothing. He's that spark. He doesn't necessarily do everything based on a system. He sometimes kind of creates a little bit of chaos for the opposition. He does something outrageous, and that's what I think will be the difference in the final as well. I think he's got that magic. Yeah, he's unpredictable. He's innovative. He's creative. He's that spark. He's that chaos for defenders. He's magic, basically. That's the difference for me between a genius of a player and a magician of a player. Oh, thank you.
Man, what more can we say? What a man. Now let's go on with the Bayern game, which I'll be honest with you guys, man. Lyon they couldn't take their chances. Like that's really all I could say. Bayern or
Especially
Bayern, but Lyon didn't take their chances.
Especially the first 15 minutes, they should have been at least 2-0 up.
100%.
Yeah.
I believe it was Depay with the first chance, who I think should have chipped it in that situation.
Yes. Yeah, I don't
And
know.
even then, a player of his quality should be putting that away, even if you don't chip that. You should be able to put that away.
It looks like he was struggling to get it out of his feet a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Probably the touch near the end probably was not that great. But I don't know, man. He should have still put it away. He's too good of a player to not put that away.
They also had that really good chance late in the second half as well. Like a really sweaty goal.
Oh, yeah. The pure definition of a sweaty goal.
And they just I forget which striker.
Ekambi, I believe, right?
Yeah. He just hit it straight at Neuer.
The man himself.
Yeah, and there was a situation where Cornet was basically through, and he could have passed it down to Depay, but I believe Boateng had it covered, and I think he should have just shot at that point. You see that passing lane's covered, you might as well take a shot, maybe force a mistake, and that's just bad decision making at that point.
Yeah, but Bayern's defense hasn't really been too convincing. Even in the Bundesliga, you look at the first half of the Bundesliga season, they weren't really that. They conceded a lot of goals, I feel like.
Was that prior to Hinks, I believe, or is it who is this guy? Who's his new manager?
Hansi Flick.
It might have been.
Hansi
I think
Flick.
even then, it's like when he first took over, Bayern got better results, but I felt like their defense hasn't always been as solid as it used to be. Like even against Tottenham, they conceded, I think, 3 goals in those 2 games. Against Barcelona, they conceded 2 goals. I think they're going to concede goals against PSG as well. I mean, I think they were lucky to not concede against Lyon.
Yeah, 100% agree.
In Germany, they don't believe in defense like they do in the rest of the world,
It's a German thing.
which is great. It's great entertainment.
Hey, fair enough, man. I respect it. Who doesn't love some goals? Who
Exactly.
doesn't love some goals? But I think we can all kind of agree this was more or less expected, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Lyon going through would be a massive upset. Yes, they made it to semifinals, but that would be massive just because of how much of a juggernaut this Bayern team have been. They, 7-1
for sure.
Chelsea the round before. And I believe 7-1, correct me if I'm wrong. And then they scored
All
8
their
on
players can play
Barcelona.
in every
And
position.
then they scored 3 here. Like, they have just
They are
been
the
on a
most
tear.
versatile team I've seen.
Yeah.
It's insane, man. Bro, it's like all of their players are just like from the starting 11 to the bench are just class. Every single one of them.
They're relentless.
Yeah, they're a good team.
You know, they had like 2 World Cup winners on the bench for that semifinal. Like they had the luxury of bringing them on late in the second half.
Yeah, and I think Lyon showed that their results against Juve and City weren't flukes because of all the teams that played against Bayern in the knockout stages, they were the most convincing and the ones that gave them the best competition.
So shout out to Lyon for that. They played well. They came to play, you know? They didn't bend over like Barca and Chelsea did.
True.
So shout out to Lyon, man. But hey,
Hussein
now that we've
Aouar.
gone through these, let's get into this final. PSG
Sorry,
versus
just
Bayern.
just before you move on to the final, shout out to Hussein Aouar. He's
about to
player,
spread some propaganda, isn't he?
Baller.
No, I'm not saying. No, I just, all I do is I hope and pray that he comes to Arsenal.
There we go.
But no, he genuinely
There it
seemed
is.
like a very good. Because, like I said, Bayern were relentless. They were pressing, and there were quite a few times where he was able to evade that press really well. So I was very impressed with him.
Yeah, he did very well there. He did very well. And shout out to me as well. I think I did quite well when I came on.
Oh yeah.
If you guys didn't notice, I actually turned Alphonso Davies, one of the best fullbacks in the world.
Oh my god.
I know, I
yeah.
turned him, bro. I turned him.
Wow. Fair enough.
Do you guys want to hear an interesting statistic?
Let's hear it.
Yes.
This is going to be the first final in 22 years where both of the finalists are league champions.
That can't be right.
Wow.
Oh wow. That is surprising.
That is very surprising.
That can't be right. What? No.
It can't be. No way.
Hold on.
So is
Barcelona,
Juve-
Man
so is
United in
Juve.
2011.
Juve,
Both of them
Barca.
were champions of their leagues.
No, I think
No,
City won
Madrid,
it that
Juve.
year.
Yeah, I don't
No,
think
City
we
won it.
won
No,
it.
City won it in 2012.
2012, yeah.
But yeah,
2011, 2012, or 2012,
The year
2013?
they beat Juve.
20
they
No,
won the
Madrid-
La Liga,
Madrid were-
and they
Madrid
destroyed
finished
Juve, and
third
Juve
that
has won it
year.
for the past 10
Won-
years.
Didn't they?
Yeah, one of those years, Madrid did win the league with Zidane. I remember.
Yeah, I don't know about this fact,
Hey,
man.
man, did you get this fact from Saif?
Do not do this. Hold on.
But
nah.
that's suspicious. Yeah, that's interesting. But hey, let's say we take it at face value. 22 years. That's insane.
Oh,
just shows
okay.
you how unpredictable the
It's
competition
they
is.
qualified for the Champions League as league champions.
Oh,
So like at
What?
from the previous season.
the year prior.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
That makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I get it now.
That makes
Qualified
sense.
as league champions. Okay. So they were existing
Man.
league champions as well.
Yeah,
Right.
like going into it.
Oh, that's quite interesting, actually.
That's mad.
Anyway, the final.
Yeah.
Bayern are going to win.
This one's so tough, man.
This one's very
depends
tough,
on
I'd
the
say.
counter-attack.
It is
I could
tough.
see it.
I
I
think
could
it
see it
depends on the
literally
start.
going
After
either
Davies. Who's
way.
faster, Davies
Yeah.
or Mbappe? It's kind of damn. Wow.
Oh, Davies.
Davies.
Yeah.
Davies.
It's tight. It's tight.
But no, I think if PSG, it's going to sound a bit weird, but I feel like they have
Yeah.
to play
They have to.
like a bit of a rope-a-dope tactics, just a bit on the counter-attack. Just try and get Mbappe in.
I'm gonna say Bayern just because that's what I already said was gonna probably happen on this podcast when it was the round of 16. So I'm gonna stick to it. And
Oh, you and Imran did
yeah, I'm gonna
suggest.
stick to my prediction from earlier and say Bayern.
Okay.
I'm going to say Bayern as well.
I think it depends on the start because if Neymar isn't clinical from the start, or I mean, I guess Mbappe could finish, right? But we've seen Bayern in this since the restart, right, in this Champions League, they've had some very shaky starts, some very slow starts in these games, and we've seen like Barcelona and Lyon also have chances against Bayern in like the first 10 minutes. After that, I mean, once Bayern get going, they get going, and it's really tough, right? But if PSG can take advantage of the start and be clinical,
Sure.
then I think that changes the whole
Both play very
like
attacking
landscape of the
football.
game.
Like they're, I think it'll be an entertaining final.
Oh, hopefully. I would love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
Personally, I would love like an 8-8 goes to penalties. Keepers take penalties. That would be
Nah,
perfect.
It's not gonna be that
I
high.
would love that.
Yo, on a side note, fun
Good
fact:
defense.
I think this PSG defense has only let up like 5 or 6 goals in the Champions League so far.
Jeez.
Marquinhos in midfield.
Thiago Silva,
Yeah.
man.
Marquinhos in
Bayern-
midfield has changed a
Bayern
lot.
will
'cause
still score,
PSG's
though.
weakness.
Yeah, man. What
in
about you,
my
Adam?
opinion,
What
has
about
been
you
in
think?
Midfield, Marquinhos really wrapped it up, like from a defensive point of view.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They have some good
They're all,
CDMs now.
those
They
are
have
all
him,
good players,
Idrissa
I'm not calling
Gueye,
them bad, but
Paredes can play there.
I feel
Herrera's
like,
decent.
Goretzka, Thiago, and Kimmich, who doesn't play midfield all the time but can, would all be a superior midfield. You know, but I think PSG. I want to say PSG 3-2.
Yeah, I
Is
hear
my
you.
opinion. If Bayern win, I won't be shocked. But honestly, Lewandowski,
3-2,
man,
okay.
he's been quiet. He's been quiet these past 2 games. I mean,
Yeah,
he
I
scored
think
only
so.
1 goal. But
He
Mhm.
has. He has.
Yeah,
he has the
but I think if
potential.
anyone would turn up on a final, it could be him.
Well,
I feel like
I would
Neymar
say
could
the
turn up.
opposite. To be honest, I would say he doesn't really regularly show up in these big Champions League matches. Like he has scored in the last 2 games, but let's be honest, he's been kind of quiet, like Adam has said. And I don't know, man. I won't be surprised if he shows up because he's probably one of the best players in the world this season, if not the best. But
Yeah, I don't know. It's like
it's a hit or
After-
miss with him.
after seeing what he did to Real Madrid all those years ago, it's like I can never not count him in. Like I can never count him out.
Oh, that was a
Oh,
bloodbath,
that was
bro. That was a
sensational.
bloodbath.
That was sensational. That game from him.
He just disrespected them by himself.
That was funny. Oh God.